we're travelling around the world to catch and cook seafood the local way, to check out distant and diverse coastlines, and find out how the fish and the fishermen still live together. It's a sure thing when you're fishing for life. For our next feast, we're heading to the southern tip of the US, Key West, the Conch Republic, where legends like Hemingway carved their name on the open sea. We're going fishing with Lexi and his family, and diving for lobsters and hand-lining for sharks. All to create a Key West paella and make this trip a sure thing. The Florida Keys have always had a vibrant fishing community. It was originally run by the Spanish and later transferred to the US in 1815. The town, once the richest in the South, was built on wrecking, salvaging and fishing. This is Hemingway's home. He once shared it with several wives and 40 cats. Almost as famous as his books were his local fishing exploits. Setting records for marlin and other game fish was an everyday event, and probably the inspiration for his book, The Old Man and the Sea. But he wouldn't recognize the Keys these days. With the completion of the automobile bridges in 1938, the development began, and the tourists have been coming since. The port is the epicenter, and it's as busy on land as it is on the sea. Sport fishing is everywhere, and charters are abundant. With every type of craft and all kinds of characters.
Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, please be true.
The pace is naturally laid back, but if you're in a hurry, you can just call a cab. Arno and his son Lexi run a water taxi business. With 2 boats, it's a full-time affair for the whole family, and the community rely upon them. They've promised to catch us a seafood basket with the help of a few neighbours and cook up a local feast.
All right. So man, thank you. This man is the great white fisherman.
That's what they say anyways, who knows?
How do you call Gavin, by the way?
Uncle Stinky.
Can we call you Uncle Stinky?
Yeah, you can call me Uncle Stinky.
Because he always stinks like fish.
Stinky is their best mate and a legendary fisherman. He was born in Key West, and the Florida Straits are his backyard.
We'll go out to my houseboat, and we'll go catch 2 or 3 big fish, and y'all can have them for dinner.
That's it?
Yeah.
Sounds
Put
great.
it in your paella. Or
We'll put it in my paella.
Yeah.
10 years ago, Arno drifted into port, met his wife, and together they built a home and a family. Nothing unusual, except they decided to do it on water.
Live on the ocean, you got to live out of fishing and salvaging, everything you need. Basically, you find boats on the bottom of the ocean, you just go get it. You need a mast, you find a sunken boat, you can get it.
Lexi feels he's had a privileged upbringing.
Well, I should be happy, and I am, because it's something that most other kids don't get to do. Drive a boat,
Sheltered in the bay but away from the portside chaos, the floating hamlet has over a dozen seafaring residents. It's a tight-knit neighbourhood, a must when you face the elements on a frontier.
That's Water World, like everybody calls it here. That's Water World. That's our place. We got the 2 boats together.
Both boats were salvaged by the family, and with love and sweat, made into a home.
Nice to meet you.
Chris.
You too, Nasha. Hi.
Naja,
Yeah. Nasha.
lovely to meet you. Lovely home you've got here.
Thanks. This is our 1947 power yacht here. Was actually on the cover yachting like in the 70s, but it's a bit run down. But we're going to bring it back to life, and that's one of our major projects.
The real salvage job that we do is we go basically if a boat is sinking, right? You save a boat, you get a percentage of the value saved, right? So let's say you save $1 million boat and they give you 10% of that, you got money for the year, right? Basically here we can fix anything that could be have to fix on a boat.
It's like a surgeon, like a crazy surgeon with motors here.
Arno is taking the paella very seriously.
What are you doing? I am bringing this paella dish back to life, eh? You know, you got to do the dishes with the grinder once in a while.
Lexi's wasting no time to fill the fridge. These are brim, and delicious if you can hook a big one.
The cool boys think it's cool because they think it's like really cool. You live on a boat and everything. And then I have the water taxi, so that's even really cooler. It's really fun. It gives you a lot of popularity. I think I might have just got one almost.
He's got one,
Is that big enough?
but Lexi doesn't seem pleased.
Here, Papa.
Okay, bites the. Okay, we'll throw him back, huh?
Lexi confides later they're actually his pets, as he feeds them scraps regularly. For all boating communities, the radio is the lifeline. It's also the taxi switchboard and salvage signal.
The hard life of boo-boos.
It's time to dive for the seafood ingredients, and Dad means business as he's dressed to kill.
Diving is second nature, and he spends more time in rubber than a fetish queen. But Arno has absolute respect for the creatures of the sea, and only ever takes what is acceptable.
Fishing has always been a passion to me, but the problem is now, you know, we overfished in all the waters around here. You can tell it's overfished. So I don't want to do commercial fishing anymore. I catch a few lobsters and, you know, a crab, a fish, you know, and make a dinner for everybody. That's fine. Anything more than that is, you know, it's another abuse of the ocean, and I don't want to do that.
Papa, tell me when.
Right there.
Restrictions are carried out to the T.
Here with lobsters, you can't spearfish them, you can't kill them. When you are in the water, you're supposed to catch them with a net. You take a tickle stick, right? You catch the lobster alive without breaking anything, and then you measure it with this gauge. When you measure it and it fits the right size, you put it into this bag here. Then you come home, and that's called dinner.
Papa, what do you do with the sticker stick?
Tickle the legs of the lobster so she comes out.
As a budding poet, a book is always a good distraction. The dive is only 6 meters, but with poor visibility, it could be miles.
You got one? Gazillion fish, but no lobsters.
No luck. Commercial development has taken its toll on the water world below the surface.
The little black book.
The book, that's a book where we might find some help to get us some lobsters there. Hey, Boo, you want to pick up that anchor? Basically, they had so many cruise ships coming. They used to have like a little cruise ship every week. Now they got like sometimes 3 to 4 used cruise ship every day, you know?
Right.
So then on top of it, they're dredging to bring more Navy ships. So So this whole area that was super good fishing, you know, now there's basically nothing left.
Lexi has had to learn not to worry, waiting for his dad to reappear.
There's not that many things that can really hurt you if you're like down there in the daytime. I'm not really that worried about sharks or anything, and have you ever seen them because they're sleeping in the daytime.
Okay, well,
Could this be dinner? He's bagged one. It's a legal-sized Key West lobster.
that's great. It's like alien, huh?
It's not a basket, but it's a great result. And a great start for the paella tonight.
We're in the Florida Keys with young Alexis, his dad Arno, and best mate Stinky, fishing for big bonehead and cooking a Key West paella to make this meal a sure thing.
To fish up the final ingredients, we head straight for Stinky's.
That's the man right there. Ahoy, fisherman!
This is his summer house, and he built it himself.
It doesn't look too bad.
Throw you up in a hammock too.
That looks comfy.
It's nice. It's not a condo, but it's close enough.
Whoa.
It's an ideal getaway, and you can't get closer to the water than this. Top-class fishing is only a cast away.
It's like a parachute but backwards. All the lines hang onto the leads. Instead of holding down below, they go up inside the net.
Get your own bait.
My own bait.
Get your own dinner.
Yep, that's the best part. See, that's where this came from. Here comes the bait.
Live bait?
Yeah, you got the live bait.
Live bait is a thriving business in the port.
That's how we catch the pinfish.
Ah.
Oh.
That's $1.
I don't know how
That's not a fish, that's $1. Every time I catch one and put him in the live bucket, then it's $1. We make money on these fish. Kinda, without my fingers attached to him.
Gavin.
Ah.
Put him on there live.
Where do you put him through?
I put him through his back.
Okay, so that doesn't kill him.
No, that keeps him alive.
Yeah, boom.
There, he's on top of the water again.
Lexi's set, but Stinky's rolling for higher stakes.
That's a
Robert,
big
we
bit
used
of
to have
bait.
a
You're not going to use all that, are you?
Yeah. Gotta
You're
catch a big
joking.
fish. We
You
want big fish, we don't want little fish. We want something to eat, right?
Can I see the sinker?
It's a big sinker.
These hand lines are concave and allow the line to slip off easily when angled. But using them like this is a real skill.
That's like fly fishing.
It's a 100-pound test, so you can go skiing if a big fish grabs it, all right?
Yeah, if you get a shark, I'm gonna be holding on to this wire, which is gonna go in with me.
Tough life, I know.
Man, you said it, brother. That's really a tough life.
What was that you were saying about you got to talk to the fish?
You gotta talk to them to tell them come eat. You gotta call them.
Yeah, fishy, fishy.
Here, fishy, fishy.
Lexi's not to be outdone,
Oh, he's got one, I think. He's got one.
but it's not that simple.
Oh, no, it's gone. What happened, Lexi?
He bit him, but he didn't actually like.
Let go.
Got a bite?
Oh no, the line took off.
What you got, Gavin?
Oh no.
You feel it on it?
Oh yeah. He's on there.
You got him?
Yeah, he's on there.
It's a strike. The reel is used to bear the cut of the line and avoid bleeding hands.
I gotta pull fast. He's already gone.
You gone?
Yep, he took my ballyhoo and left.
Oh, you're joking.
Nope.
He's gone.
He took that whole...
He took it all. Damn, I wish I'd have caught up with him. All right, Alexis, better catch a fish. I'm gonna throw you in for bait.
Arno doesn't seem worried, but Stinky's reputation is on the line.
Just little bitty fish biting on it, bumping it, bumping it. But as soon as the little fish start bumping it, then maybe a big fish will come up and take it from it. Yep, we're getting another bite. We're gonna give him some line this time. He's taking it too, so.
No?
No, yet. Looks like he slacked the line. Oh yeah, he's on there. Ooh, and he's big too.
Now we're on.
There he is. He's a big one too. Yeah, he's real fast. He's real fast. Come here, get away from the boat. Good boy. Oh yeah, it's a shark. One around here. Watch yourself, boys. That's got teeth and lots of them. You might want to back up a good distance. I gotta get down there and catch him. Looking him up.
Stinky handles the 7-pound fighting machine with ease, and it's a sure thing for the feast tonight.
Yep, we're gonna have this one tonight for dinner. This is what we came out here looking for. Just stick him on the hammock for a while with your dad. See how he liked him.
He's got dinner. He said he was going to get it. Holy guac.
Great white fisherman, what do you want?
You are the great white fisherman. There's no doubt about it.
Killing is never easy, and for Lexi, it's too close to home.
Get right here.
The strength required to skin a shark would defeat most.
This is all about fresh food, and it's a serious business.
That's a fillet.
Look at that.
The fillets continue to move.
Look, he's still wiggling.
Look at that. It's incredible. There's so much life in this fish.
He's done wiggling. There's your paella. He was prettier before, but now he looks much better for dinner.
Stinky has performed exactly as he promised, and in a short time, he's provided the family with more than a meal.
Meet the great white fisherman.
Here's my
Thank
fish.
you, Gavin. Got me out of trouble again.
Thank you, and really a pleasure to
Come
meet
back
you.
anytime. We'll see you again.
Definitely.
Watch out the fishy, smelly fingers you're gonna have.
It's pretty extraordinary how this guy who doesn't know how to read or how to write, I mean, and it's, you know, literally does not, he reads who you are, he sees through your mind, the way he sees through the water, and he catches a fish. He's got this knowledge of all those things that time doesn't measure, basically, and that's very rare. You don't see that many people like that.
Thanks for dinner, Gavin.
With the fillet still twitching, it's off for the condiments. Right on the dock, there's a general store that carries everything. Onion, peppers, garlic, and plum tomatoes are a great start.
Like that?
Yeah, I like that.
The saffron is the secret ingredient.
$3.99.
At the weight, it's probably more expensive than gold.
And a kilo of prawns and scallops is the icing on the cake.
Is that the fish boo-boo?
It's all hands on deck, and all the neighbors are ready to help out.
You all right, Aaron? Yeah.
It's always a bit tough, isn't it?
I'm gonna eat him.
So you just uncut the skin right here. You just wind the tail. And there you go. Okay.
Cut those up.
Yes, then you flip it over and then you split it in two, right? So you could get the flesh out. You always take that out, okay? Because that will give you the bad taste.
Mealtime is a social event. Today it's chicken thighs, chorizo, and a bucket of seafood.
You know, if everything collapsed around us, we'll still have fish, we'll still go fishing, we'll still have a good time, and we'll never starve.
Mealtimes are punctual and popular, as there are no takeaways in Waterworld.
Cheers. Here's the paella.
Okay, now we got the conch and the scallops are like... Okay, and then the special secret ingredient, of course, is the saffron. Where does that come from? From the Middle East or something? It is the shark. The essence, basically, of all the different ingredients here that are melting to a perfect flavor. That's it. You ready? Okay.
Now for the moment of truth.
Alright, here it is! Here it is! Alrighty, okay, and there it is. Ooh!
It looks good, but how does it taste?
Yeah, good. Get me on camera here.
Kids are the toughest critics. It's a big success, and one of the tastiest paellas afloat.
Here you go. Your food?
Great food and great company, with a caring family that lives on and from the sea.
You did a good job.
Thank you.
Excellent.
No, this is chicken.
It's not just stinky.
So stinky. These two uncles stinky.
Uncle Stinky. To Uncle Stinky.
I guess it comes from the ocean, probably. It's just like there and receive something from it. And it opens you to a different understanding of life, I guess. But they say, what does it say about Key West? You're gonna be stuck here. It's like Hotel California. You know the song? You can check out anytime, but you can never leave. That's it.